She handed me a gift, then tried to charge me $50,000 for it. The silver dust from the scratch-off ticket was stuck under my fingernail, a gritty, shimmering reminder that my life had just fundamentally changed in the span of 30 seconds. I sat there, staring at the neon green card stock resting on the white tablecloth, right next to a half-eaten plate of dry chicken breast and a glass of warm water. The noise of the reception, the clinking silverware, the low hum of conversation, the terrible DJ playing, the cha-cha slide, had faded into a dull, underwater roar. My heart wasn't beating, it was vibrating, a frantic bird trapped inside the cage of my ribs, hammering against the bone so hard I thought the person next to me might hear it. $50,000. I looked at the number again. I rubbed my eyes, thinking maybe the cheap lighting in the banquet hall was playing tricks on me. Match 3 to win. Symbol, 7. Prize, $50,000. There were 3 sevens. There was no mistake. I had just won a year's salary on a $1 wedding favor that was likely purchased as an afterthought at a gas station. No way, I whispered. My throat was dry, like I had swallowed a handful of sand. What did you get? Asked the woman to my left. I think her name was Brenda. She was a cousin of the groom, and she had spent the last hour complaining about the lack of an open bar. I won $2. Woohoo. Enough to buy a soda at the vending machine. I looked at her. I tried to speak, but my voice failed me. I just pointed a shaking finger at the ticket. Brenda leaned in, squinting through her bifocals. She adjusted her glasses. Then, she gasped. It was a loud, sharp intake of air that sounded like a tire popping. Oh my God, she shrieked. You won the jackpot. He won the jackpot. Her voice cut through the room like a siren. The table went silent. Then the table next to us went silent. People stood up, craning their necks. How much? Someone shouted from the back. 50,000. Brenda yelled, grabbing my arm and shaking me. He won $50,000. I finally found the strength to stand up. A wave of adrenaline, hot and electric, washed over me. I held the ticket up, a grin splitting my face that hurt my cheeks. I won. I shouted, the relief of my crushing student loan debt evaporating in an instant. I actually won. The room erupted. People were cheering. My friends at the table were high-fiving me. For a moment, it was pure, unadulterated joy. It was the kind of luck you dream about but never actually touch. And then, the feedback squeal of a microphone pierced the air. Screech. We all winced, covering our ears. I looked toward the head table. Sarah, the bride, was standing there. She was holding the microphone in a death grip, her knuckles white against the ivory lace of her dress. She wasn't smiling. She wasn't cheering. She was staring at me with a look of cold, calculating assessment that made the hair on the back of my neck stand up. The room quieted down, expecting a toast. Expecting a congratulations. Sarah cleared her throat. She flicked her hair over her shoulder, the tiara on her head catching the light. Wow, she said. Her voice was sugary sweet, but it had an edge to it. A razor blade hidden in a candy apple. That is incredible news. What a blessing for our special day. She stepped out from behind a table and began to walk toward me. Her dress swished softly on the dance floor. I am so happy that our wedding favor turned out to be such a big winner, she announced, her voice booming through the speakers. It's like a sign from the universe, isn't it? Jason and I were just stressing about the final payments for the honeymoon to Bora Bora. She stopped right in front of my table. She extended her hand, palm up. A demand disguised as a request. I'll take that, she said, smiling that tight, terrifying smile. Thank you so much, Mark. What a generous donation to the honeymoon fund. You should know that Sarah isn't just entitled, she operates on a frequency of narcissism that defies physics. She once made a waitress cry because her water had too much ice, but soon enough that ego will be on the floor, shattered. Click here to watch full story.